In this lesson, let's go and see about the composite data type in X++ programming language. So in our previous lesson, we have learned about the primitive data types in X++, and from today, we'll be starting a composite data type. So let's see our first composite type in X++ programming language. So first, we'll take on an array. An array is a collection of variables that are all of same type. So which means an array is a collection of variables which has the same type. Let's say we create an integer array, and all of the collection we should put in the integer value, and it will not accept any string or real or any other data type. So whenever we create a string array or integer array, all of the variables are or should be of a same type, which means we take an integer, all of these should be of integer, and if we take a string array, and all of the value that we are adding, it should be of a string. And the element of an array are accessed with a simple integer index, so which means that we can access any element inside the array through a integer index. And let's see, for example, in here we have created an integer of my array, which is a variable that we're creating, and bracket open, inside we have a value of 10, and this is a fixed array with integer 10. So this is how we create or declare an integer variable in X++. And here we are saying that my array, in the bracket we have opening bracket, and we have 4, and we have closing bracket, and equals to we have 1. So we are adding a value of 1 to a fourth index in our array. And there are three kinds of array. So in X++ we have mainly three kinds of array. The first is a dynamic, and we have a fixed length and a partly on disk. So there are three kinds of array, and let's go and see all of these one by one. So here we have a dynamic array, and a dynamic array is declared with an empty array option, like you see int integer, and we have a variable of I, and opening bracket and closing bracket, and inside this bracket we don't have any value, or the array option is empty. So this is only a square bracket. So whenever we declare an array in this way, then it's have a dynamic, we call it as a dynamic array. And let's see about the fixed length array type. The fixed length array type can hold the number of items that is specified in a declaration, and a fixed array are declared like dynamic array, but with the length option in the square bracket. So here you can see boolean, which is a data type, and we have a variable of bool array, and inside the bracket here opening and closing we have a square bracket, and inside that you see a integer value of 100, which is a fixed length array of boolean with 100 items. So this boolean array of bool array can hold up to 100 items. So if whatever value you put inside, let's say 10, 20, 50 or 100, that is the value or item that an array can hold. And another one we are talking about is a partly on a disk array type. And partly on a disk array are declared either as a dynamic or a fixed length array with an extra option that declares how many items should be held in memory, and the another item are stored on a disk and automatically loaded when required. So here is an example, the dynamic array with 100 elements in memory. So in array variable, or let's say int my array, and we have our square bracket opening and we have closing, and here you see comma and 100. So this 100 is the number of element in the memory that it can hold, and this is a dynamic array because we don't have any other value here, which is an empty comma and 100. So the behind 100 is an element it can hold in memory at the same time. So the fixed length array with 1000 elements and only 200 in memory. So here string array variable or my array, and we have opening and closing bracket, and inside this we have 1000 comma 200, which means that 1000 of array element, or we can have 1000 items inside this array, but only 200 are stored in a memory, and 1000 will be its capacity. Like whenever we are adding an element, we can add up to 1000, but only 200 are stored in a memory. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys had basic understanding on arrays in X++, and in X++ the arrays are quite a bit different than another programming language like C# or in Java. But we'll see in our next lesson, on a demo session, we'll be learning about how to create and use a arrays in X++ programming. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day.